Hey guys, I swear when I started this job, it was just about stacking stones.
Who was the idiot who came up with the idea to set this thing up here, man?
Look at me. I am real. And are you real? Who decides what is real? Are you there? Am I just a code?
I don't exist. I'm just an artificial intelligence.
Peter Jordan, owner of the biggest pop culture channel in Brazil and one of the largest nerd channels in the world, shared his opinion about artificial intelligence, more specifically about Google's new video generation technology, VO3, which we've already covered here on the channel. Since he's a huge YouTuber, one of the biggest in Brazil, if not the biggest, also the owner of the channel Nerd de Negocios, and runs more than 40 channels, including the fact that I personally did mentorship with him. Basically, it's very important to hear his opinion. Is he in favor? Is he against it? What is he using on his channel? Let's talk about it down below. But first, you tell me, are you using artificial intelligence on your channel? Are you making money in any way with artificial intelligence? Do you have a monetized YouTube channel using artificial intelligence? Comment down below. I want to know. Let's go straight to my computer screen. And of course, I'll also give my opinion, what I agree and disagree with Peter about. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey guys, I swear when I started this job, it was just about stacking stones.
Who was the genius who came up with the idea to build this thing here, man?
Look at me. I'm real. And are you real? Who decides what is real? Are you there? Am I just a code?
I don't exist. I'm just an artificial intelligence.
Man, I'm starting to feel weird about myself. Peter here, flesh and bone, more flesh than bone. I thought no algorithm could imitate that. Relax, there's no AI, okay? I mean, well, for now there isn't. Tomorrow, who knows? There's no way to know. The fact is Google is messing with our mind. Google's new video generation tools are just insane. It's getting really, really hard to tell what's real from what's artificial, from what's fake. This ocean is a force, a wild, untamed might.
All of this is generated with artificial intelligence, folks. In fact, I made a video about the details of this new technology. And I also put together a compilation with several videos there, more than 100 videos made with VO3. I'll leave it at the end, here in the cards, okay?
It's a new era, with its advantages and its disadvantages. I'm going to explain everything that's going on here for you, but I can already tell you, things are crazy. After years of mounting anticipation, speculation, and fervent discussion among both devoted fans and curious newcomers, the moment that has been eagerly awaited by so many has finally arrived. The Matrix has arrived. This is not merely the release of another film. It is the culmination of a cultural phenomenon that has been building momentum for years, fueled by cryptic marketing campaigns, groundbreaking trailers, and the tantalizing promise of a story that would challenge the very fabric of our understanding of reality. The Matrix, conceived by the visionary Wachowski siblings, represents a bold leap forward in the world of science fiction and cinematic storytelling. Its arrival is the result of countless hours of creative labor, from the intricate script writing and innovative direction to the meticulous work of the cast and crew, including the unforgettable performances of Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Hugo Weaving. The world into which The Matrix emerges is one that has been shaped by decades of technological advancement. The Matrix has become a symbol of innovation and possibility, a testament to the power of imagination and the enduring appeal of stories that challenge us to see the world in new ways. As the world turns its attention to this remarkable achievement, it is clear that The Matrix has arrived not just as a film, but as a movementa catalyst for change and a source of inspiration for years to come. Whether you are a long-time fan or a newcomer to its story, the arrival of The Matrix is an event that demands to be experienced, discussed, and remembered. Its presence will be felt for generations as it continues to shape the way we think about reality, technology, and the limitless potential of the human mind. So, as we step into this new chapter of cinematic history, let us celebrate the arrival of The Matrix and embrace the questions, challenges, and wonders that it brings. It's even scary nowadays you see an artificial video, especially after last week. What do you mean? What happened last week? You have to understand what's going on. Wake up, people. Last week, Google introduced Flow. It's a new generative video creation tool. There are plenty of those out there, Peter. Not like this one. Flow is based on the Bio3 language model, the third generation of AI that Google trained to create videos. How does something like that even work? You take a system that's programmed to learn and have it analyze thousands, millions of videos from all over the world. For Google, that's easy. They own YouTube. So this AI analyzes all those videos, understands what's being shown, and then creates a sort of memory of how things look. The AI knows what Will Smith looks like from the front, from the side, talking, eating, swearing, everything. The AI also knows how a person eats spaghetti. So what does the AI do? The AI can imagine what it would look like if Will Smith were digging into a big, juicy plate of spaghetti with sauce. That's the basic idea, but it used to lack precision. Not anymore.
Now, the good thing putting that in big quotation marks is that, first of all, I already have access, okay? The price is a barrier to entry because today you can get in for $20, but you get much better use out of it with $150 to $200, $150 is the promotional price, actually, $250. with the first 3 months costing you $150. If I'm not mistaken, that's it. If I'm wrong, correct me here in the comments, okay? So there is this barrier to entry. Another issue is that Google is one of the companies that most strongly enforces copyright matters. So when we use, for example, Imagen 3, which now, by the way, has released Imagen 4, which is for image generation, you can't include brands like Mario, Sonic, Dia, any Disney brand, and so on. You also can't use famous actors, right? So you won't be able to use Will Smith. You won't be able to use, for example, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, or any such person because it blocks anything related to public figures or celebrities or brands that you don't own and so on. Now, there are other companies where everything is allowed. They haven't reached Google's level yet. But when you reach this level, right, for example, ChatGPT has reached a frightening level of image quality, and now Google has too. But soon, others will catch up, others that don't have the same attention to detail, that don't have the same care that Google does. But obviously, you can still pull off scams using people who aren't famous, right? Anyway, you can just put someone doing something like, I don't know, put a person who doesn't exist in a real place. So, for example, you show someone in front of your city hall setting it on fire. People will focus on the city hall, not on the fact that, oh, I don't know this person, so maybe no one is actually setting City Hall on fire. You can even, for example, show a lot of people there protesting. We'll get to it later, but there have already been a lot of tests with interviews with news reports, and that opens the door for deepfakes, right? And for fake news as well, actually, right?
The level of realism is impressive, guys. Gone are the days of people with 7 fingers or faces getting distorted in the middle of a sentence. Are there still some flaws in the generation? Well, there are, but you really have to watch very closely to spot them, like really pay attention. Everything there is very coherent, you know? Pro can create audio, scenery, lighting, sound effects, visual effects, everything, just like the real world.
So here, for example, you can see, right, some points to pay attention to, the eyes, which are getting more and more perfect, but you can still tell when the person is like staring off into space. When the mouth opens really fast, sometimes the teeth sometimes you see the teeth when it opens, sometimes you don't. The hands are getting better and better, but sometimes the fingers are suddenly stuck together. There are already 5 fingers. You can see sometimes there are 6, but 5 fingers, you have to check if all 5 fingers are the right size and everything. And regarding the environment, here, now it looks perfect, but sometimes one person might come out of another. It could be that a person isn't walking forward, but is walking backward. So there are some things that, well, still look a bit strange, but it's definitely happening less and less, right? And Google nailed it, okay? Like, it gets 7 or 8 out of 10, right?
This is outrageous. You can't do this. We are nothing more than a prompt and a suit. We demand respect. Just like a video you made of a place or a movie you just watched at the cinema. The person just has to give a few instructions to the AI and build all of that. And all of this in HD in a 1-minute video with a resolution of 1008. I paid 50 billion reais for this luxury house. It's a perfect setup for people on social media. People turn flow into a meme. There's a video that landed at the airport. Moises opening an AVB. What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to do what was requested in the last video, which was to trade my brothers for a pair of dress sandals. Video questioning reality. I won't accept being an invention. Seriously, man. Are you telling me that the only thing separating me from $1 billion is a random text? It even makes you uneasy. It feels so real. It really seems like it's a human being there saying that it doesn't seem fake. So the question arises, what is real? In those cases, okay, it's obvious that the creator of the video programmed those dialogues, those reactions. Well, I hope so, right? Anyway, how long until a technology comes along that's so realistic but so realistic that we can no longer tell the difference between what was created artificially and what is natural? And who's to say that this technology doesn't already exist, hasn't existed for years and years, and that we were created by a prompt?
It's funny, or maybe even a little scary, that like you can just write there, look, I want this character to say this and the other to say that. Anyway, you can do that. Now, you can simply put it like this. Oh, there's a 40-year-old man on stage doing stand-up comedy, but you don't say what he's going to say. And then the AI itself generates, for example, in the case of stand-up, it will be making a joke. And sometimes it comes up with a joke where he's saying, wow, they're saying I'm an AI, for example. But it's the AI generating a joke and sometimes making a joke about the fact that it's not real. So it's pretty scary, let's put it that way. Imagine, just as Peter mentioned earlier, releasing an artificial intelligence system whose sole purpose is to generate these kinds of dialogues from its own extensive and ever-growing database. So it really does get quite scary when you realize that you practically don't have 100% control anymore. You end up handing over part of the control, right? Anyway, but at the same time, you also have the truly amazing and unique possibility to create truly wonderful and remarkable things right in your very own home. But we'll talk more about that in a bit.
It's a real brain teaser. Hold on, we're not going down that road just yet. For now, it's all just a big game. We know that. A big AI. It's something very easy to use and people are exploring the possibilities, playing with it. And it really is easy to use. I'm walking on the moon. Damn, look at this. No, this isn't a sponsored video, okay? Google isn't paying me a cent to talk about this. But using Flow really is easy. It's a breeze. For now, it's not available in Brazil. Only a few testers have had access. When this opens up...
Yeah, it's available now, right? Peter's video is already outdated. But basically, here's the thing. There's a feature that VO3 still doesn't have, which, for example, Kling does have, and it's the best well. Now, with VO3, that's messed things up, right? But it's up there in the top 3, and basically you train your video model, because there's image training where you upload 30 or 40 images, and then you type a prompt, oh, I want Rodrigo in a suit, bam. I want Rodrigo with a beard, bam. I want Rodrigo dressed as a painter, bam. So you do that with photos, right? You train it, send a prompt. With Kling, you do this with video. You upload 15 to 21 minute videos with various poses, smiling, moving around, and so on. And then it trains the model. And then you type something like, oh, Rodrigo is stepping on the moon. Rodrigo is riding a horse. Rodrigo is playing golf. Rodrigo is diving, and he does it. Now, imagine if this video training comes with the kind of quality you see in VO3. That's it. You can do anything, for better or for worse. You can create content for good, which is what I teach in my mentoring, or you can use it for bad. People start lying on Instagram, and there are already a ton of lies. Soon people will be saying, oh, I was in Paris. Look at me visiting such and such museum. Look, I was at the tennis match. Look at me at the championship. Look at me in the stands there, and so on. So, I mean, there will be even more lies than truth, which doesn't really change what's already happening on social media, right? Share your opinion in the comments below.
And, man, the internet is going to change a lot. For now, Flow is only truly available in the United States, and you need a Google AI Ultra subscription. The service is super premium, right? It's $250 a month to get access. Is it a ripoff? It is a ripoff, but it's still way cheaper than having a full CGI studio at your disposal.
That's exactly what I was going to say. And it's also way cheaper than paying for 1, 2, or 3 employees, or even hiring freelancers. It's much cheaper. $250? Come on.
Obviously, the trend with technology is always for the price to drop. We know that. In 2 years, you'll probably be running this for free on your phone. Mark my words, it's going to be free for you. 2 years. So, I'd like to raise another question. A more down-to-earth one. What is the impact of this technology on our daily lives? With so much fake news popping up all the time, so much malice, what is there to stop tools like Flow, for example, or others that will come along, from being used to mislead people, to spread lies? Man, we're talking about a world where people fall for stories like the pregnant woman from Talbot Day. You know what I'm talking about. Fooling someone has never been hard, right? You're in those WhatsApp chains, you know what I mean? Everyone fell. It's still sound design falls for all of them. But with AI, it's going to be something that can be done on a scale we've never seen before. Those of us who browse the internet will have to be twice as careful. We'll have to learn to pay attention to every detail.
Look at this. They do interviews, right? So it's news on the street. You won't believe this, will you? People giving statements on the street. Look, because people really set fire to City Hall over there. So just look at the level of this.
All the other videos are going to start appearing. And I believe it's going to get to a point where just being careful won't be enough anymore. Besides fake news, we also have to worry about online scams and fraud. Instead of getting a fake phone call asking for a pics transfer, you'll get a video message from someone you know asking for pics, and it's going to be a scam.
Now, basically, Peter is pointing out the negative side, which is necessary. People need to wake up. But there's also a good side, right? So now you can create Disney level, Pixar level animation from your own home. Sometimes you have to pay for it. You do, but soon you'll be able to install it on your computer. Simple, right? Quietly. I have artificial intelligences that create very competent videos, very competent images. Some are cloud-based and some are on my computer. But the point is, you make an investment that's often a subscription of $20, $50, $100, and so on. And you might also have a computer that costs $2,000, $5,000, but after that, you can run it for free. Now, you have to use the right AIs, and you need to learn what you're going to use them for and in which product. There, for example, a comedian appeared. You can use it for the wrong things, or suddenly the person is really good at jokes, at writing scripts, and they can write the joke themselves. So they create an entire character, an avatar that's already funny, already realistic, put them on a stage, and the script will be theirs. And then they'll be able to sell this on the internet, a comedy show for a person or a couple to watch at home, for example. Look how cool that is. You can do it. You can make money, but you have to use the technology the right way. Comment below. If you had this power, if you're already using VO3, you've already paid, everything's set. What would you use it for? I know it's really hard for you to say you'd use it for something bad, right? But to use it for good, comment below what you would use it for, what your idea is, okay? And remember, if you want to make money with artificial intelligence, I'll leave this video here for you to keep watching with me, all right?